CBN Middle East Bureau Chief Chris Mitchell joins us now from Jerusalem. Chris, what in the world is going on in Israel? You know, the Bible says a house divided can't stand. A kingdom divided against itself can't stand. Are they ever going to get together?
That's a great point, Pat. And first of all, I just want to wish you a happy belated birthday. I've just celebrated 31 years with you. We've done a lot here in Israel. We've been up in the Second Lebanon War on the front lines there of that war. And I just wanted to speak for the whole Jerusalem Bureau. It's our privilege to serve with you over here. So as you say, and as the Jewish people say, may you live to 120 just like Moses. Well, as you say, a house divided against itself.
Go ahead.
Yes. As you say, a house divided against itself cannot stand. Pat, I would say there's two viruses over here, the coronavirus that the whole nation is fighting, and an anti-BB virus that is right now infecting the political landscape. It seems like the Blue and White Party, at least some elements of the Blue and White Party, want to do everything they can to eliminate Bibi Netanyahu from being the next prime minister. So that is what's happening here right now. The fight against the coronavirus, which Benjamin Netanyahu is really doing a serious, emphatic job of just telling Israelis not to go outside. This is a disaster in the making if you don't obey these rules. So these are the two dynamics going on right now, Pat.
Well, you know, I haven't understood there was a big outbreak of coronavirus in Israel. Are they just being proactive?
Well, no, there's about over 2,500 have been contracted the coronavirus, about 8 deaths, but that's climbing by the day, sometimes by the hour. So they are implementing these restrictions to make sure that Israel doesn't become Italy, doesn't become Spain, and they're doing everything they can to sort of get ahead of that curve that Dr. Fauci keeps talking about in the United States. And they're doing what they can. They don't want the healthcare system here overwhelmed. It's already about 100% in the best of times. So they want to do what they can to prevent what's happening in these other countries happening here in Israel.
Last question. Will Israel, Netanyahu, the Blue and White, will they ever get together for the good of the nation?
You would hope so, Pat, but it seems unlikely right now. Anything can happen in Israeli politics, but it does seem unlikely. It seems like all the appeals that Netanyahu's been having to have an emergency government has gone unheeded by the Blue and Right or the Arab Joint List, and so they want to do what they can. 2 quick points, Pat. In the midst of this, there's some of the nations are actually accusing the Jews of the coronavirus. That goes back historically when they accused the Jews during the Black Plague in the Middle Ages. That's happening. On the bright side, believe it or not, Jews are coming back here to make Aliyah in the midst of this pandemic, and that's the prophecy fulfilled by all the Hebrew prophets. So they're still coming, the Jews, back to the Promised Land in the midst of this pandemic.
Great word. And yes, we're going to be like Moses, 120. I appreciate that good word, and the work you guys are doing from Jerusalem is outstanding. Thank you so much.